All right, Lyndon, I got good news for you. You're number 49. I don't know how to do nine, but you're the
49.
49th, number 49 accelerator student. I was so close. I was like, dude, Lyndon's 50, but you're 49. All right. So how
I'll
did it
take
go
it.
today? I know that you passed. How did it go? How did the exam go?
It was the first five questions were brutal,
All right.
pretty tough. I spent a little more time than I thought, but
Mm-hmm.
started getting into a really good flow. A lot of the the practice quizzes helped, help my mind on how to find the right answer, and I just keep thinking like I really didn't need to like memorize anything. It was just doing it, and it's just surprising because as a perfectionist, like I felt like I needed to know every little detail about uh, PMBOK, and that wasn't the case. And it's just really just amazing how everything's worked out.
That's pretty cool. So let's go back to kind of like your long, complicated, detailed PMP journey. How long was it? How long did it take for you to
Oh,
get your
so so long. If it was measured in days, it would be 3 weeks, so, which is amazing. I I was asking other colleagues, who have PMPs, like, how long did you take? Was it rough? It's like, oh, I took 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months to study. One person said a year, and that kind of psyched me out. I was like, how am I going to do a 7-day accelerator and then pass the PMP exam? And but I just Scott, I trusted you. I trusted your materials. So thank you for that, and really appreciate all the motivation too. During our calls and even in the videos too. That was just extremely beneficial. I didn't know how much that helped me.
That's awesome, dude. So 3 weeks is not bad. I mean, it wasn't, you were working what? How much did you work during the time? Did you take it
Oh
all off and what'd you work?
yeah, I worked 40-hour work weeks, probably more because of client work just really ramped up in the past 3 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping that I would get a breather this past week, and it just didn't work out. So along with that, and then family stuff. I have a 3-year-old wife, so doing all these things in addition to studying for the PMP, it's possible. And I was really doubting myself because of all the other commitments, and work comes first. Yeah, during the day. So it
There
was
you go.
tough, but no.
You did it. You did it in 3 weeks. And like, you didn't go crazy. You worked a full-time job. You took care of the family and stuff like that. And you were able to do it. Now, you didn't know anything beforehand, right? No PMBOK knowledge, no nothing.
Zero. So
All right.
came in as a rook.
As a rookie, but then you did pretty well. So when you look through it, look back, what was the most important thing for you? Like what helped? Were there one or two things that helped things come together for you? Anything specific come to mind?
The first thing that always comes to mind is that is your PM1 view. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if I didn't have that, and then the way that it logically plays out,
Mm-hmm.
that really set the foundation,
Cool.
and it really helped me kind of structure when we had our classes. I had when I watched the videos, it helped provide that structure that I needed.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I
you
think
could
that was
see things, how they flowed, what was in them, and like kind of go into them quickly and like, oh, I understand, and then come back out and stuff.
right. It was
Yeah.
definitely the visual aspect that helped. If I saw that in, how big is that PMBOK guidebook? I mean,
I don't know. You've never picked it up, have you? Neither have I. Picked it.
never.
No.
I haven't turned a page in it. Yeah, I haven't browsed
It's
it.
long. It's like super duper thick,
Yeah.
technically. Yeah. So yeah, it's hard to get through. So cool. Do you like the PM1 view to see the big picture and kind of dive down where you were? You were always on the coaching calls, which is good, and we did a ton of them with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
what was the
That was
experience like for you with the
yeah,
coaching?
that was the second thing that really helped. Having those calls were amazing. Just
Mhm.
hearing people, talk through questions, it opened my mind on. Oh wow, I didn't think about that.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh well, you know, B sounds perfect to me. I would chose B, and
Mhm.
then someone would chime in, say, this is my understanding of why I'm going to pick D, and walk through the process. It just really helped kind of set the example of, oh, this is how I should probably think about the context of questions. And I think that's what set me up for success, honestly.
Yeah, because you were in there a lot. I mean, just to let you in on it, like you guys are a very demanding group. It's a good thing, like because we did the live sessions, with you guys, and so because Melissa, associated with you guys, and she was the first ever accelerator person, so it's a special thing. And then you guys are you're very all type A, I think maybe.
I think so too. Yep.
And you're all like super detailed, and you're like, everybody else is telling me that you got to know all these details. Why are you not going through like all the details? And I was like, who are these PMP experts that I keep getting criticized by every day? Like, but it's good. I mean, and so
you helped us stay on track and, think of the big picture, because a lot of us are very detailed thinkers. So, big picture is that we were going to pass, and you knew it.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling you. I was like, I don't know why you're arguing with me. Like, you're going to pass. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, gee whiz. But I mean, I knew inside of you, it wasn't from a negative way. You were just very disciplined. Like, yo, I want to know this thing. I want to be better. It wasn't just like, hey, I need 3 little letters in 3 weeks or whatever. That's the name of this podcast, by the way. Thank you for saying that. 3 little letters in 3 weeks.
Love it.
Yeah, I like that too. But you wanted to like see how the things worked, what the logic was, and you were like questioning all the time. And I think that's an essential aspect for anybody. Like, don't take it for granted. Like, don't like just believe, like test. So now that you're going back, working with clients, I know you guys do good work and you're out there all the time. Like, are you looking at your client work any differently currently or what?
Absolutely. It shows how many mistakes I've made in the past on how I executed on projects. And I do communication work. So I don't remember really seeing much about like a communication project, doing this and this, but I could still take those principles that we learned and use them in my work right now. For example, I'm doing a fiscal year 2021 communication plan for an IT office. So it's definitely going to help me better plan and execute on it. And I can actually follow PM1 view if I wanted to,
There you go.
tailor the processes that I need to be successful.
There you go.
It's awesome that I have these like tools in my tool belt now.
That's cool, man. And the other thing I think, like, as you're talking about the communication stuff, I was like, you're probably really great at the specialization that you guys do, making sure that the message is formatted correctly and organized and it's sequenced and whatever you're doing well. I think a lot of the things that could help out in the future is how do we make sure that everything's set up so that all those communication things can go off well and there's no snags that make you sacrifice what you're doing. So I think that might play out well. We'll see. But yeah, that's cool. Were there any, like, we talked about, like, as you were going through this, what were your big fears? I always like seeing what people's fears were. And I'm sorry if I didn't address them, but like, what were the fears as you went through?
As I went through the
study process or whatever.
Fears, I guess just comprehension.
Okay.
Like you said, I had no understanding of PMBOK. I haven't read anything about it. It was just very new to me. So I think that was my initial fear. But after going through the 7-day accelerator, I mean, those fears were pretty much gone out the door. And it was more of, I can do this. Like, when can I do it? And then did it in 3 weeks. So
crazy, dude. That's crazy. Give me 1 second, buddy. I'll be out in 1 minute in the studio. I gotta. my charger is not working. All right, I'll be there in a minute, buddy. Okay. I understand. All right, we're back to the interview. All right, so you have a 3-year-old, I have a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 1-year-old who want chargers to work. So that's good. So cool. Yeah. I mean, the comprehension part is tough, right? Like it's a lot to take in and we got to format it and organize it and make it make sense. Especially the unique aspect is you guys coming from a communication background. It's not like the traditional PMP background, it's cool that you did it. And, but it is a little different in how we apply the things. So no big deal there. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to think through like the actual exam. You said the first 7 or 5 questions were really tough. Like, how did you pull yourself together and get going on that? Like, did you have a conversation with yourself or what happened?
I just trusted that
Okay.
I knew the material. I was doing the right things by, reading the last part of the question first,
Hmm.
back, trying to find out where am I in the process, what are they asking for, and then a lot of the questions were like, what should the project manager do, or what should they do next, or what they should have done.
Yeah.
So that helped reframe some of my mind to think, okay, well, it can't be A and B, so it has to be C, D. So at least getting to the 50-50 was huge for me.
Hmm.
Trying to find out if it's C or D.
Okay.
I think that's probably one of the best things I could do for those first 5 questions, to really just get me in the right zone.
That's awesome, man. Cool. Did you, when you were hitting that button at the end, how confident did you feel? You're like, yo, I got this, or what?
I'm just a hesitant person.
Yeah.
I was just like, I feel kind of good.
Yeah, don't worry. I felt the same way when I hit it. I was like, I feel good, but who knows, man? Like,
that's exactly it. Yeah. So
that's natural.
Just accepted it at that point. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, you did really well. I know there's people out there like you. Like, there's probably like, building their careers, good at their job, want to expand. Maybe the company sponsor them. Maybe they're on their own. Got a young family, you're growing it up, and you want to get their PMP, or no, you have to get the PMP, but you're just not sure about how to do it yet. So for people that are in that spot that say, hey, Lyndon is kind of like me, or I'm like kind of Lyndon, what would you say to them so that they end up like where you are right now, smiling and happy and, on to the next stage? What would you say to those people?
I say you could do it. Honestly, it's intimidating at first, but just get over that hump and then really trust Scott's direction and his teaching. Like it just sets you up for success. And once you trust that, and then you get used to that, and you start comprehending stuff and not memorizing it, you actually get why you're doing this certain process, or this using these tools and techniques. It just comes naturally, and it's just extremely helpful.
That's cool, dude. Well, that's pretty good. I hope those people take that advice and get in there and like stop memorizing and learn, because it doesn't take that long, and it really kind of helps you out as a project manager. So that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Well, Lyndon, I really appreciate you taking the time. Really, really good job today. You're number 49, so no one can ever take that away from you. So that's pretty cool, and it's easy to stick in my brain too. So cool. I really appreciate it, Lyndon. You did such an amazing job. You did a ton of hard work, and you're an asset to the whole team and group, and all those calls really were, because you were just like positive, and you were always there and stuff. So yeah, it's sad. We'll miss you, but it's good that, you're on to the next challenge. So
yeah, thank you, Scott. I mean, I really appreciate you too. Just your positivity, your motivation it just really was helpful. And I couldn't imagine like taking this course with just someone who was just like a deadpan, instructor, just like, this is a M1 view, so yeah. You made it definitely more bearable.
All right. I'll take that as a compliment. So that's good. All right, dude. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it, and have a good night. See ya.
Yeah, you too.
Right
Thanks, Scott, for all your help.
Yep. Lyndon did amazing. 3 weeks, from 0 to 3 weeks, and he got the PMP. You can do that too, man. If you're out there, you're struggling, you've been on the fence, this deadline's coming. Simple as that. January 2nd is going to be here before we know it. The ball drops in New York City. The next thing you know, the PMP changes. So we got to be prepared before that. So let's take some action right now. You can do this. We got a free trial going for our accelerator. It's no obligation, no nothing. I want to help you. We have a way to help you. Get into the free trial. If you don't like it, no big deal. You learn a lot, you walk away, no big deal. So free trial, you get access to the accelerator for 3 days, plus you get access to a coaching call with me so that I can see how you're doing, what's going on. You can learn in the call. You can see if you like the environment, and we can get you on a plan. Now, if you don't like everything, walk away. What's the big deal? No big deal there. So right now, let's do it. We got an opportunity. Take advantage of it. You've worked hard. Don't lose all this momentum. Let's finish strong. And if you've been on the fence and you're just starting, let's get going. Let's do it. So You can get in there. We're going to have a fancy way pretty soon, but right now, email me, scott@pmmasterprep.com. Call me, 757-759-5282, or text. It's just that simple. Leave me a phone number so I can call you, and we'll get it going, get you in the trial, we'll get rolling. So talk to you soon. Bye.